Hey soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're taking a look at what is unfolding in your path right now. And to do this reading, we'll be shuffling your deck and pulling out 3 piles. If you prefer to pick your piles using your zodiac signs, you will find a timestamp for that down in the description box, which will take you straight to the part of the introduction where we shuffle your zodiac signs and find out in what pile or piles they're going to fall under. But of course, if you prefer to pick your piles using your intuition, there are 2 ways in which you can do that. First one is that you can pick the card that will pop out for each pile in today's reading, or you can pick your piles using the crystals associated to each pile. Okay, so let's ask, what is unfolding in your path right now? So 1, 2, honestly, although this is popping out, I really feel this one. So that is 3. Let's take a look at your cards. So for pile number 1, you have the card, the Hermit. For pile number 2, you have the card, the Hanged Man. And for pile number 3, you have the card of the Page of Swords. If you hear any background noise, this is my dog. He's sleeping next to us in today's reading. And if you prefer to pick your piles, as mentioned, using crystals, then let me add these right now. There we go. So for pile number 1, you have the beautiful Rhodonite. For pile number 2, you have the beautiful Dalmatian Jasper. And for pile number 3, you have the beautiful green moss agate. So take a look at which one of these 3 cards or 3 crystals you're the most drawn to, and this or these will be the piles for you here today. Feel free to pick more than one pile in case you feel drawn to them, and there's no such thing as too little or too many. It is whatever your intuition is drawing you towards. You will be hearing a message or messages, depending on the piles you're drawn to, that you're meant to hear right now about what is unfolding in your path right now. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times, and I will see you in your readings. In a moment, I am about to assign different zodiac signs to each pile. And so if this is something that you do not prefer, please pause the video, take as much time as you need. And as mentioned, I will see you in your readings. But if you prefer to pick your piles using your zodiac signs, then my dear soul family, this specific part of the introduction was created especially for you. And as you can see, what I do is I shuffle your 12 zodiac signs really well in my bag. And once we're ready, we'll be drawing out 4 zodiac signs for each pile. Okay, I think we've done a pretty good job in shuffling it all around really well. Let's start. Oh, thanks. Drawing out the first 4 piles for the first 4 zodiac signs for pile number 1. So pile number 1 signs are Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, and Gemini. For pile number 2, the signs are Capricorn, Aries, Pisces, and Sagittarius. As for pile number 3, the signs, of course, are Cancer, Libra, Aquarius, and Virgo. So, my dear soul family, these are the zodiac signs and their association to each pile. Please feel free to pick your piles using your sun, moon, or rising. I highly recommend you check out the 3. You might find all of them in one pile. Sometimes they're distributed amongst 2 or even 3 piles. And you can also use another placement in your chart to pick your pile. This is definitely all up to you. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I will see you in your readings. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. Your crystal is the beautiful Rhodonite. Your card is the Hermit card. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, and Gemini. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your zodiac signs, as I always remind you guys, please don't worry about it. They are not, of course, the official zodiac signs of the pile. They are there to make it easier for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, so today we're taking a look at what is unfolding in your path right now. And these are the oracle decks that we will be using for this reading. Oi, I do see this one popping out. Let's check out your oracle cards first before we use your tarot deck to find out what's unfolding. Okay, so I feel drawn to these 2 first. You have the 14th moon mansion that is ruled with scepter, that is ruled by Saturn and Venus between Virgo and Libra. I kind of feel like you're gonna have some form of power with the Hermit here, of course, holding the wand with the lantern, the scepter. Just a quick intuitive feeling. I may be wrong. Let's wait and see. If you're hearing any background noise, this is my dog sleeping right next to us during the reading. So you have the 22nd moon mansion with wedding. This moon mansion is ruled by Saturn and Venus in Capricorn. Okay. You have Uranus with breakthrough. So the keywords with Uranus are change, originality, awakening, Aquarius, shocking, revolutionary, innovation, sudden events, epiphanies, unconventional, and unusual. Okay. You have trust. I'm starting to understand. And finally, you've got 2 more. You've got the air. Wow. Unseen potential, hesitation. That's interesting, I must say. And you have the forgotten, missed opportunities, fear of failure. So here you've got unseen potential, hesitation. Here you've got missed opportunities and fear of failure. Quite interesting. Let's keep them there and let's pull out your tarot cards. This is the only way in which we'll understand what's going on, but this looks very interesting. You know, the eye with the unforgotten, the hermit. I don't know. I feel like you're gonna be doing one thing on the facade, because the 22nd moon mansion is known to be a moon mansion mostly about keeping a good image on the outside, and that's more important than how it actually is on the inside. So that's why they place a traditional marriage here, like marrying for social reasons, or marrying people marrying each other for maybe materialistic reasons. So you can see here that on the facade there is one thing, but then within there isn't. It's secretive a bit, almost, with the hermit. And you can see opposites here as well. The air, how something is appearing on the outside, but the forgotten, how something is not seen from the outside in. I don't know how this is going to translate yet, but that's what I intuitively picked up. And I also picking up that there's some form of power. Very interesting reading. I think it's totally time for us to pick your tarot cards and see what this is about. So, what is unfolding in your path right now? My dear pile number 1. What is unfolding in your path right now? Last card. Oh, 3. Okay. So, you know, with the Uranus card, this is like a huge change for sure. This is no small deal. Oh, I'm getting another idea, but wait. Okay. So I think I'm starting to grasp the idea. You have the High Priestess. You have the Devil card. The 9 of Cups. You see the dichotomy here with the unknown, right? You have the Page of Pentacles, the Chariot, the 4 of Wands, and you have the 3 of Wands. Okay, so I think I'm starting to grasp the idea. What your cards are saying here, that what you are going through in your world, what you're seeing in your world at the moment is one thing, but with the Trust card, that means there's something you're not seeing, the High Priestess. What is actually opening up for you and unfolding, speaking of unfolding, oh my God, is a totally different thing. You can definitely see the dichotomy of energy throughout your reading, and especially Uranus, this like unusual, out of the box thinking, you know, unconventional. It's like super fitting in your reading, because it's definitely communicating that what your perspective of seeing things is one thing, and what's actually going on is a totally different thing. And you can see it with the Devil card and the 9 of Cups. Perhaps what you're experiencing, what you're feeling, the hardships perhaps you're going through, the difficulties on the outside look one way, but actually what is unfolding with the golden egg in your life is a totally different thing. Maybe you're seeing that you've missed opportunities, that you're afraid of something failing, when in fact there is so much potential that you're not yet seeing. And so this emphasis on the scepter, seeing that your scepter is a lantern, your power is a lantern, it shows that right now, you're going to start seeing many opportunities with the Page of Pentacles. You can see the eye here, the forgotten. You're going to start seeing opportunities in your life that you have not seen previously. And this is definitely showing the Chariot card and the Three of Wands, that due to you picking up on these opportunities, there's a level up with the Four of Wands, because you're going to start moving intelligently towards that direction. Trust that out of the blue, you're going to see things you've never seen before. Speak of the High Priestess. Again, you've got perspective, the eyes. You're gonna, it's a shift of perspective, because a rabbit doesn't always have that upward perspective. Actually, they do when they feel a lot of trust, right? They expose their bellies. Animals usually, a lot of animals expose their belly when they feel safe, right? So speak of trust. I feel like your message here, the more you trust the process, the more you are going to see a different perspective that you have not seen before. And that's happening for you right now. Golden opportunities are gonna arise due to the different ways you see things, because it's your own seeing that were perhaps making you see fear, perhaps make you feel limited with the Devil card, causing some form of limiting beliefs. But changing perspective makes you see the golden opportunities that you could have missed being in that energy. So I'm now super curious for you, since the reading's emphasis is on the seeing here, the all seeing. I want to see, how are you going to see things in a different way? What's happening here? How are you seeing now things in a different way for pile number 1? It's definitely the seeing. Right. So what's going to happen with that, and which area? What should you expect? Look at the perspective. Unbelievable. In this card, it is the cat looking at the Queen of Wands. But that's not the Queen of Wands, actually. This is the Page of Wands. The orange and the cat definitely reminds me of the Queen of Wands. But that's the Page of Wands. Is that the cat of the Page of Wands spying on the Page of Wands? Sorry, a cat of the Queen of Wands spying on the Page of Wands? Why not? Spying or collecting information or looking at... Let's see. You have another page. Oh my God. Spirit of Pentacles. Spirit of Wands. Spirit of Swords. What's missing is the Spirit of Cups. The Page of Cups. Okay. That should fill some information here. You have the Seven of Pentacles. The Ace of Wands. Perspective again. And the Four of Pentacles. You've got many perspective cards. And look at the lion here, looking at the rabbit. The rabbit. Okay. For some of you, with all of the rabbits I'm seeing in the golden egg, this might be something multiplying in numbers, also abundance, fertility. Okay. Look at the hand extending, trying to hold the wand, which is what we have here. You're really going to hold a golden opportunity, my dear pile number 1, that you're going to start planting. You're going to move in that direction up ahead on your path. And that's going to begin when you start seeing things in a different way. So let's explore that, because the cat here is definitely seeing things in a different way. It's now looking at the Page of Wands rather than the usual Queen of Wands. So what is that telling us? What is that telling us? There's definitely here an animal representing each suit. The rabbits with the pentacles, and the birds with the swords, the cats with the wands. Let's see the animal. It's probably a fish. Let me check. Sea animals. And I'm glad I checked, because spirits is in fact the Queen of Wands, because that was going to be like mind-blowing here. I'm wrong. The spirits in this deck are the Queen. So that's the card missing. And look, by coincidence, I just didn't want to cover the rabbit. That's why I left space. But it looks like there's an invitation to actually set it. You've got the four, no. You've got the four spirits right there. That must be saying something was missing. And due to the analysis, we were invited to bring the card out. What is that saying? It's saying that I started putting the puzzles together. It's saying that there was missing information, and so I did not analyze things in the right way in the beginning, and I started having other ideas. It means that I started seeing associations to certain things. What I'm saying is that I'm seeing. And so this is definitely saying you're going to sit with something in the next few days, perhaps, and you're going to have a breakthrough, because you're going to, through your observations, you're going to see what's missing so that you can put the pieces together. You're going to see the associations related to the data or the information that you have. And from all of the collection of information and introspection, I'm not surprised now that you were drawn to the Hermit. Oh my God. And through the connections, the information collected, and your analysis towards it, and how they interact with you, making you shift your perspective completely on how you saw something in the incorrect way, which I completely did here, to you understanding it in a better light, realizing that, ooh, there is a golden opportunity here. Thus, shifting your perspective towards something, and it's going to allow you to amass abundance or some golden, take that golden opportunity all for yourself almost. It's like, ooh, and it's just sitting there. Let me take that opportunity and hug it or something. And that is like the golden egg, the heir with the crown. That's definitely a huge opportunity. You know, this reminds me of you analyzing, for example, marketing data, data about the market. And because now you're looking at the data really well, you're like, oh, don't tell me there's this demand in this area and this supply. What? How didn't anybody see that? And you're like, I got this. This is mine. Or you were trying to achieve something in your life that is super important to you, but you weren't getting there because you looked at it in the wrong way. And I think as you sit with whatever this is, ask the right questions, pick up the phone and ask what the rules are, for example, see past experiences and compare them to the experience that you're having now. You get an information from someone, and as you reflect and go, hey, that was missing. Was that supposed to be there? Oh, look, I can see the connections here. Hey, isn't there an opportunity for me to actually achieve what I want? And I see you planting it up ahead in your path with the Seven of Pentacles. You putting the seeds, you going, I got this. I can't believe I got this golden opportunity. I'm going to start working on it. I'm going to nurture it. I'm going to take care of it. And it's definitely leading to something big. It's leading to abundance. It's leading to actually this opportunity manifesting for you. It could be leading to a great position. It's going to be definitely leading you in the direction that you want. So trust that there are major changes. It's like the universe will be nudging you, giving you a clue here, showing you something there, grabbing your attention by having something missing, thus poking your curiosity to go and like compare or something. And then you're going to go, oh my God, thinking that you're the one who took yourself into that direction when really it was totally guided for you to move in that direction. And this is why I'm telling you, your world looks one way on the outside right now, but boy, oh boy, is it going to look so different in the days coming up ahead as a new creation arises due to your breakthrough of you realizing something, of the universe leaving breadcrumbs here, and something for you to notice there where you are going to go, hey, wait a minute, I need to look into this. It will know how to make you look into something, guiding you to see something, thus changing the way you see it forever and leading you to a greater path in the direction that you are wishing for and hoping for. And I see you holding that power, the power to create what you want into your world. And my dear pile number 1, this is exactly what I see in your reading of what to expect on your path ahead. Do note that you're going to go through a change that is very unique. Unique here could be unique to your experiences that you've had before, or unique in comparison to maybe the people around you. Or unique to the ordinary. Definitely an extraordinary path. To me, seem like you're stepping into a beautiful path that's gonna be mind-blowing to you in terms of how you experience it. It's mind-blowing because it really feels to me like it's something out of the ordinary. Not everyone gets to see it. Not everyone gets to experience it. Trust that your world is unraveling and changing as you're watching this reading. Allowing you to have some form of power. Maybe only a few get to have. And my dear pile number 1, this is exactly what I see in your reading. I personally really enjoyed doing this reading for you. I hope you enjoy it, and I can't wait to hear more about it from you guys on the other side, on how this manifests into your life. So excited for you, wishing you the best. And if you've enjoyed this reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And also there are now memberships when you click on the join button below this video. And I also left a link to it first thing in the description box to make it easier for you to find. And you become a part of the Soul Family memberships, which is honestly a great way to support me if you can and wish to do so. I thank you so much. It allows me to be able to do what I love doing for you guys, and that is doing readings nearly every single day. It is my pleasure to do that, and your support means the world. Thank you so much for each and everyone who decided to support. Your kindness means the world to me. Thank you so much, everyone, for everything, for your kind words. I wish you the best in your life. This was your reading, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. Your crystal is the beautiful Dalmatian Jasper. Your card is the Hanged Man. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs are Capricorn, Aries, Sagittarius, and Pisces. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your zodiac signs, as I always remind you guys, please don't worry about it. They are not the official signs of the pile. They are a way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, so today we're taking a look at what is unfolding in your path right now. And these are the oracle decks that we will be using for this reading. Okay, so let's check out your cards. Since I put my hand here, let's take that one first. So you've got community with these beautiful butterflies and this beautiful rainbow, right? You have Jupiter. Love this for you. So you've got abundance, growth, expansion, Sagittarius or Pisces. Thursday, higher education, philosophy, good luck, optimism, faith, generosity, prosperity. Okay. You have the astronomer. I'm just going to keep them right there. It's kind of like look up, because right down you're looking down. It's like looking in another direction, right? This frog is looking down to the earth, but the cards are leading to look up. So I'm not sure what this means. It's definitely a change in perspective, which is interesting because the Hanged Man gives the energy of impasse, right? Like something is not working. And maybe you want to change perspective, or you're going to change perspective, looking in another direction, or maybe even the opposite direction, that will result in great expansion. Okay. You have, whoa, love this for you, the 10th moon mansion with fountain. So it's like the fountain of youth. It could be fountain of like wishes coming true. So you've got the 10th moon mansion that is ruled by Neptune and the sun between Cancer and Leo. Very cool. So let's pick up your deck. And it's through your tarot cards that we'll really understand what this is saying regarding what's unfolding in your path ahead. Oh, okay. So, what is unfolding in your path ahead? What is unfolding in your path ahead? All right. So let's take a look at your cards. You have the Judgment card. Look at the sun smiling. Looking up. Do you notice? Interesting. So you've got the Judgment card, which is all about rising anyway. So looking up. The Tower cards going down. How interesting is that? I'm going to leave them right next to each other. Although you feel like you're falling, look up or something. Let's see. Although you feel like you're going down, you are in reality going up. That's another way to look at it. Let's wait. You've got the Empress. The Ace of Wands. The Queen of Swords. Do we have space here? No. The Knight of Swords. And another Knight, the Knight of Cups. A lot of movement here. A lot of movement when we just said impasse. So this opposite message, you know, pile number 1 had something very close. If you were drawn to pile number 1, I highly recommend it, because if you were drawn to it, I think you're going to find a lot of information there about this change. Because what I'm seeing here with the Hanged Man is an impasse in your life. It looks like it's going to go down one way, but really what's actually happening in your path, it's that it's going to go in a totally different direction. It looks like maybe things are chaotic, that you're falling, that you're going down. I see in your reading a lot of fear, a lot of anxiety, a lot of surprise in this specific pile. Maybe there are many things that feel tumultuous in your life at the moment, but just like the movement of a fountain, it looks like there is an uprise only to go down. And, you know, the fountain is associated with all the beautiful meanings in the world. The movement of the fountain is not meant to create chaos. It's just meant to create peace, actually, because when you look at a fountain and how beautifully the water moves, it creates peace and tranquility. And so it's kind of like purging some energy out of your life. So I believe here your cards are saying that although there are some things that are shocking you, there are weird things that are going on, you feel like it's not moving, you're going down, it's really purging, cleansing, pushing out something that is not good in your life that you would otherwise not really have been able to take out of your life. And you can see this chaos is like there's a word for this, propelling this rabbit to jump upwards. It's like opposite energies. One energy is going down for another energy to go up. Opposite equal reactions. For every action there's an equal opposite reaction, is really what I'm seeing here in your reading constantly. And so this is definitely saying you are going through a process of purge where it feels chaotic, but it really is there to cleanse something. And due to this shake up going in your life, feeling like, oh no, am I stuck? Oh no, nothing's gonna move now. Oh no, this has ended for me. It hasn't at all. In fact, you will start seeing in your life that now you're able to move faster and in a better way than ever. Your movement is towards a positive direction that you love, because it's the Knight of Cups. There are a lot of enjoyment involved in this direction, a lot of speed, a lot of knowing exactly where you're going, a lot of lack of obstacles because the pathway has been cleared. And thus you can see the pathway being clear for the butterflies here. This pathway with community for some of you is being cleared for you and others. Some of you, it's being cleared for you and your family because of the Empress. Maybe you and your mother specifically, or you and your child. But it's very specific, of course. But since we see community, it seems like a path is clearing up for you and people who are similar to you. You and these other people are going to feel very abundant and lucky. That you were taken through a lucky path, you know? I have a weird example in my mind, but should I share this example or should I just think a little bit more? I'm going to share the example, but I'm going to share it in a better way. It's a crazy example, but it serves the purpose of the energy I'm picking up from the reading. So let's say you are, someone who everything keeps moving. Oh my God, this is going to be a huge shift, I can see. So let's say you wanted to achieve huge dreams. You're all about figuring out how to manifest all of the dreams that you have in your mind. And so at the moment, you're not even near any of these dreams yet. And you have no idea how you're going to even come close to achieving even one of them one day. So a friend invites you to a trip. You go to that trip. You take a vacation from your work. And let's say they're inviting you to a short boat trip from one city to another or something. You go on that trip, you think it's nice, and all of a sudden the waves are tumultuous, and you start feeling like the captain is not in control of the ship, or and then you get lost, and then now you're like, your anxiety's to the roof, and the food supply is nearly over, and there's huge panic on this ship. And then let's say you land in an island, and everyone's really anxious at this point. Nobody knows what's happening, why were they hit with such bad luck to have all of this happen to them. Nobody knows at this point how you're gonna go back home, what's to find on that island, what's to do about your future. And then, as everyone's settled into the island, you know, putting all the help stones, I don't know, for maybe an airplane. Speaking of airplanes, there is an airplane now. Hoping that you are able to recruit one way or the other. Maybe the captain is like sending SOS messages or something. Anyways, long story short, everyone is really anxious, very worried, and everyone feels like their whole lives maybe are ruined, their whole lives is changing right in front of their eyes. And you meet with local inhabitants of the island. They notice that you're lost. They take care of you. They cook meals for you. They keep you in their warm community. They light the fire. And you discover what a sweet community that exists here, that I would have never known anything about had this not happened. How doesn't anyone know about the sweet community and the culture that they have, and how they're so still connected with nature and everything? And one of the conversations that you have on that day, or during these couple of days that you're on the island, is someone who feels what is it called? Not affinity to you, but feels that they can trust you, or has built a good friendship with you, like felt close to you, and decided to share a manifestation ritual with you that they know is like secret to their family, but really felt that you were a good person. They felt close to you, and they told you about a mind-blowing secret on how to make your dreams come true. That ritual works. It's guaranteed. It's magical. You don't talk about it. And you got that secret. Right? A couple of days later, you're saved. You go back home. You process everything. You're calm. And after you've calmed down from this whole experience, you remember what this sage had told you about manifestation. You're like, you know what? Why don't I try and do what this person told me? You try out that ritual and it works. And through that awful experience that felt like was life-threatening, almost felt like your life has ended, you didn't know what was going to happen, it turned out to be your biggest blessing in life, because this particular person has taught you one of life secrets, how to reminding you of your own powers, reminding you of, you've had this awesome conversation with them, how to connect to spirit, how you can manifest the things that you want. They told you what it's all about, really. And you start changing how you feel psychologically because of that conversation. You start changing your whole life. You change a lot of the things that you do in life, and that turns out to giving you great results. And you try out this ritual. It works in a crazy way. You can almost stand in being awestruck at how this is working. It's like magic, but in a good way. And that propels you in life. It moves you forward. It removes obstacles in your way. It kind of teaches you about as within, so without. It teaches you so much. You're healing and you're moving forward, and your whole life has changed because of that trip. So I see huge abundance happening for you. It's written in the stars for it to happen to you now. You're going to discover about something, because that chaos that you may be going through now is inviting you to look to the heavens, to see a different way of doing something. And or maybe that it's time for you to remove whatever was wreaking havoc in your life in the first place, to allow your life to move in a smooth direction. Let's say you've had a specific fungus or something in your life, or parasite or whatever that you had. I'm not a doctor. I don't think there, things that could happen, I think fungus or something, fungi in the gut or something like that. And it was affecting you in so many ways, and you break your leg. See, I'm not a doctor, so everything I say will not make sense, but I'm just trying to reflect back the energy to you. You are asked to run some tests, and because of the tests that you've run, now your doctor is saying, hey, do you know that you have this thing, this virus, this whatever this is, that's been wreaking havoc within your body. And good thing that we found out, because it's so simple. If you do this and you do that, you remove it, whatever the procedure is, you're free. Your health is gonna shine. You're gonna feel better. You're gonna feel stronger. Your health's gonna be revived. You're gonna heal. And because of that, you actually start gaining power in your life over your body. Your body's looking its best. It becomes younger, and so on. So I can see up ahead a cleanse happening through what may seem like an initial impasse, or might look as something that's an accident and it's scary, but right away it will show you a different direction. Right away, due to that accident, it will provide you with something powerful that you're meant to receive now, that will bring a lot of abundance left, right, and center in your life. It will propel you forward at great speed. It will begin something new in your life that you feel like you have control over, or you have mastery over, or something that you are able to move masterfully in a direction that you like. You're like, oh, okay, I got this now. Now that I got this, I feel like I can direct it in the way that I like, make it behave, make it move in a direction in a way that I like, and you feel like you have ultimate control over whatever is adjusting in your life. So this is definitely a purge, a cleanse to move you forward. It's like a rocket hitting the earth with great pressure for it to be propelled forward. This may happen to you as part of a community, so you not on your own. And it seems like you and the others involved in this situation, all of you are going to be the very lucky ones to move in that direction of great abundance and expansion. And the key here is going to now allow you to have the power in your hands to direct it or redirect it in the direction that you love and prefer, the way you want to do it. I want to stop now. I want to move. I actually don't like this direction anymore. I want to move in the other direction. Nothing is standing in your way to do what you want and what you like. This is going to be very significant in your life. So let's now, since you have more cards, see what this direction is going to be all about. So you've got the Five of Swords. It's like you are protected from all of the things that you used to be afraid of. For example, economy, no problem. Health, forget about it. Finding a job, not an issue. Having friends, forget about. Whatever the issues were that you were worried about, you are absolutely protected, maybe even isolated, because no one wants to come near these swords. And so you're like winning through that very situation that you thought was taking you down. It's providing you with a winning card or cards. You have the Lovers card. I really feel like this is a community, kind of like a chosen community from the universe or something crazy. Yeah, and it's a tight-knit community too. I think you guys are going to be closer to each other. Very specific. It may not be for everyone, but I really feel it this way here. Whoa, the Sun. I love this for you. King of Pentacles. The Moon. Wow, the Star. The Heavens, you see, it's crazy. You have the Wheel of Fortune. Things are shifting completely in your life. It's like it's going to take you to a down to take you to a high. Or what will feel like. It's not going to be an actual down at all. It's just going to feel like through that movement. And you've got the Ten of Wands. So, what are we seeing? What's that change? That change is going to create immunity, like we said, to a specific group of people. And you're going to be one of those lucky ones who will experience a lot of positivity in their lives. It's like a positive, huge positive change, life-changing positivity specifically for you and these people. It's meant to happen for you guys. Now you can see abundance again with the King of Pentacles. So you will, perhaps that control was act to do what you want, in which direction that you want, is actually in that case maybe financial abundance, that very specific. It may be something else for someone else. It could be great information, but it could be financial abundance that will allow you to explore new things that you haven't explored before, to reach out and achieve your dreams with the Star card. And your whole life is genuinely changing in this next step of your life. Whole life is changing. It's going to be a huge move that will propel you forward. And Ten of Wands means that this is the end of a heavy journey that you were going through. This is why this cleanse was very important. Because it will quickly allow you to release all that heaviness that you had to be very patient with. You know, the desert doesn't have water. The sun is scorching. There are in your eyesight, there's like miles and miles upon miles of sand. Who knows where's hope? And you've been very patient with the camel here. You've been trying to use your resources well, right? Which is what the camel does. So that period of your life is over. This purge might feel like an initial shock, but slowly but surely you will realize, oh my God, this must be heavenly. This is direct communication from the heavens showing me that I am one of the chosen ones. Because the Lover's card is a card of choice. I'm one of the chosen ones to be able to live a unique experience. And that was a cleanse from this heaviness. And it's giving me the power to move in the direction that I want and the directions that I'm curious about. Ultimate freedom to do what you want. Perhaps even forever keeping you immune from what can and or could happen from the things you were worried about. And my dear pile number 2, all the best of luck with what's to come ahead. It looks so awesome for you. I wish you the best of luck with that. This was your reading, and if you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And also, I'd like to remind you that there are now memberships when you click on the join button below this video. I've also left a link first thing in the description box. You become part of the Soul Family memberships, and it's honestly a great way to support me if you can, and you have or will. Thank you so much. You have no idea what a huge difference this makes in supporting me to be able to do these readings nearly every single day from my heart to yours. So thank you so much. And my dear pile number 2, thank you for tuning in. I wish you the best of luck with this situation, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi pile number 3, welcome to your reading. Your crystal is the beautiful green moss agate. Oh, and well, it looks like you got 4 because I feel this one as well. And your card is the Page of Swords. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Cancer. Okay, let's go again. Cancer, Libra, Aquarius, and Virgo. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your zodiac signs, as I always remind you guys, they are not the official zodiac signs of the pile. Oof, we've got 3 here. And they are just simply a way for others to pick their piles as well. If they resonate with you, that's awesome. If they don't, remember, it's a general reading and it's just a tool for others to use their pile. Okay. So I felt this one, so I'm going to take that, and also this one. My God, this pile is full of oracle cards. I'm just going to trust the process and see what you're getting. Maybe this already means that you're going to be experiencing a lot of things up ahead in your journey. Can't wait. Page of Swords is definitely an explorer, a curious person, an initiative, someone who loves to learn. So let's find out what is unfolding in your path ahead. Right, so you have the 14th moon mansion. This did pop up in pile number 1, and so if you were drawn to it, I highly recommend it. It is the scepter. This moon mansion is ruled by Saturn and Venus between Virgo and Libra. And just like pile number 1, you do see the hand holding a scepter here and the hand holding a sword. Maybe you're going to be using an important tool next. Wow, you've got the 3rd moon mansion with Palace. So this moon mansion is ruled by Jupiter and Venus between Aries and Taurus. Really cool. You're really going far, it seems, in life. In this up ahead. Ooh, you've got the 23rd moon mansion with confession. So this moon mansion is ruled by Venus and Mercury in Capricorn. Okay. You have, ooh, the 2nd moon mansion with musician. This moon mansion is ruled by Sun and Jupiter in Aries. Let's put the Aries right next to each other here. And you have opposition, which is confrontation. You've got the sign Cancer, which is actually one of the strong energies in this reading. Of the caretaker, with the keyword the caretaker. You have Sagittarius with the explorer. You have, looks like we don't have space, at least for the first round of tarot. Let's see. You've got embracing. That didn't happen before. You have purification. You have solitude. That's like a whole table of oracle cards. Only one tarot card. And you have the enchanter, deception and trickery. Right, so next round will be your tarot deck in a moment, but I'm trusting the process. The first thing I'm seeing is the idea of Enneagram. I'm getting this idea because this is 23 and this is 32. It's like seeing something opposition, seeing something different as you look at it through a mirror or something. Yeah, this kind of is giving me mirror energy, that rather than actual opposition. And you know, mirroring is actually one of the keywords of opposition. Mirroring. What is that saying? In fact, your cards are showing reflection, mirroring. What is going on here? Except that the mirroring here is a bit different. Yeah, when you place it onto the mirror, it looks different. A slight difference when you look in the mirror. It becomes the other way. Thinking of all of this reflection, you know, mirrors, why we're able to see our reflection and everything through the mirror, it's not because that the mirror actually has that image that we're looking at. It's because light hits it and it reflects that feedback, that light, that reflection of light hits our eyes. And so our mind, as that light is hitting our eyes, starts making up the image of, depending on how the light is hitting our eyes. And so we're seeing it inside our mind, but our mind's thinking that this reflection is in that place, aka mirror, when really it's not. And so it's like a feedback, which makes us see things. It's not really what it is, but it's giving our brain feedback to be able to see. Sorry if you hear any background noise, this is my dog. He's sleeping next to us today. Okay, so I do see here feedback as well as these two people are talking. The lips, feedback. Page of Swords is open to hear feedback because they learn. So Remember when we said the mirror isn't really displaying that image that we're seeing. It's just great at reflecting light back at us. And so thus the enchanter, the deception, the trickery. And so now I want to put together the idea of feedback and trickery in your message. As you are now learning, honing your skills to do something, for a lot of you it may even be something artistic in nature, although it doesn't have to be. But I see that you're honing in on a skill. You're like trying to learn something, maybe a hobby or something, you're a student, or maybe something in your work. Maybe you're trying to grow as a person, learn something personal. Maybe you're in a dancing class. I'm not sure, but this is important, very important in your life. And so it looks like you're getting a very important message when it comes to your learning, because this learning, like I said, it's like top priority on your mind, something that you feel is taking the highest priority at the moment. You're definitely trying to learn something. I feel now with the Page of Swords that as you were learning, maybe you were getting a lot of things right. You're still exploring, you're still expanding, but without realizing, you weren't able to see what you weren't yet doing right. And so in this very important area of your life, you're gonna get some form of feedback, maybe a reaction from someone, or your violin breaks, or you solve an equation if you're studying in a way that you perceived was right, but then it doesn't work with another type of equation. And in all cases, here you have a huge aha moment, because for the first time, you were finally able to tweak where you were tricked and not seeing things in the exact way. It's like you're really trying to grow at something and learn something. You have a couple of ideas that served you in the very beginning as you were growing these skills or these muscles, but now you're at a stage where you're able to receive even bigger information from the universe. You're open to receive more feedback. And so, like, maybe you were a bit stuck here because this bird is standing in what feels like the banks of a river, where the river overflowed for a while, and this area is very muddy, it's stuck. So I feel like this bird's supposed to fly, but it's stuck. And so I feel like you were stuck at a specific phase. Like you mastered the ones before, Page of Swords, but you still got a lot to learn. And what's coming next is a form of feedback that will happen to you that will make you instantly break some form of limiting belief, especially emotionally. And that's one of the hardest things to break, because emotions, they sometimes fool us into thinking, oh, it's our gut feeling. Oh, it's feeling right. I feel right about this. When it's really your emotions, not really your gut feeling. And so what I'm seeing here is a form of feedback that will break the pattern of behavior due to some emotional guidance that you used to think was your gut feeling, but it's not going to turn out to be your gut feeling. It will turn out to be your emotion, how you feel about it. Maybe it felt good, or maybe it felt scary. Your body was trying to protect you from something. But you will be able to place your finger and go, that emotion was fooling me. It was making me feel that I was an expert, when really it was just there trying to make me enjoy something more, or preventing me from doing something because I'm afraid, for example. So you were so loyal to doing something that may have been the very thing that was hindering you from moving ahead. That reflection back is really gonna make you rethink so much and see things brightly for the first time in that direction. I almost feel like you're upgrading from a page to a knight, going from beginner's level to intermediate level. And that's a big thing with where you're going because of that step or move, because of this realization and reflection. I definitely see here that you are realizing something far greater than you thought. It's like looking in a different direction than you were originally looking. It's going to be some strong feedback that may even change your direction. And it's finally cleansing with that spring rain. Finally cleansing old ideas that you had, cleansing at some attachments to some feeling that was controlling everything. Because I see here, once you put your finger on this and reflect on it, you're going to go, I'm never going to follow that feeling again, because it didn't turn out to be my gut feeling. This was misleading. Wow. So now that we have an understanding, a foundational understanding of what to expect in your path ahead, let's now use your tarot cards to get details on how this path ahead is going to look like, with this realization, this growth, this reflection back, this moving up ahead like a new level. I love this for you. Let's find out what it is up ahead. So you've got the Seven of Pentacles. Something is growing here. Wow, we've got the Ten of Cups. This is awesome. You're going to be so happy with this growth. So happy. It's going to make a huge difference. Like if you are, in fact, a musician, this little tweak is preventing you from making the same mistakes where you used to fall, like some setback that you've had where you would fall in exactly the same note or exactly the same place. I feel like you overcoming this difficulty and watching yourself grow is gonna make you feel so happy. I feel like you're going, yay, I'm progressing, it's happening, I'm moving forward. So that's awesome. You have look at that, the Eight of Pentacles. That's a card of mastery. You're now starting to master something that is so important to you. It's like top of mind, this thing. Knight of Pentacles. Again, very similar energy to the Seven of Pentacles. You're steady, very steady, but you're growing. Maybe not quickly, but whatever you're creating, whatever you're learning is now deeply rooted and strong. Can't be taken from you. Again, the Hierophant is learning, right? You're now actually understanding, learning, grasping the concept. You feel like this is definitely like an aha moment. It's like, I got it, I understood it. And finally, you have the Three of Swords. So Hierophant and Three of Swords. Hierophant and Three of Swords. That's the process of learning how to heal your pain, remove that obstacle on your path that was standing in your way and causing pain, frustration. That's mastery for sure. That's you learning. You see, there's a difference between an obstacle being removed out of your way and learning how to remove obstacles out of your way. One was kindness from the universe, now it's not in your way. The other is empowerment, because you don't need to wish anymore. Oh, I hope it's not standing in my way. You're like, so what? If that happens, I know what to do. That's like, I don't want to upset my roommate because they're the ones who know how to do food and cook food. And if we're upset, I'm not going to be able to eat today. Or maybe I have to spend more than I should just to eat. To you knowing how to cook. And you're no longer being manipulated by others. That's just an example that hit my mind. So it's like you're no longer hoping for an obstacle to not be in the way. It's like, oh, I hope my roommate's not mad, to I hope my roommate always has good things in life, is always happy. But if they are, which they're allowed to not feel good in life, that's all I can do is wish them the best. I can prepare my own meals. So that's what I'm seeing with the Hierophant and the Three of Swords. It's like you have learned how to deal with this situation because of this feedback. You're no longer hiding or wishing it wouldn't happen or being threatened by the fact that it could happen, because now you're fully capable of dealing with the situation. You're like, I got this. I know how to deal with this. I'm no longer afraid of it anymore. You're becoming a professional at dealing with the situation. 8 of Pentacles, Hierophant, definitely. You're becoming a professional, slowly but surely. And right away, you're going to start feeling it, especially with realizing what is that emotion that you've been relying on, that's been standing in your way all along. And I see now you're really moving from a phase of someone who's just learning to do something to someone who's got this. Maybe not an expert yet, but definitely on the way. An intermediary stage that's definitely steadily on the way to becoming an expert and a professional. You're on the way to that, to dealing with this situation. So you're perfecting something here, or you're becoming excellent at something that is like top priority on your mind, my dear pile number 3. And thus feeling like you've grasped power with the scepter here. You feel in control, and that feels awesome for you, my dear pile number 3. And this is exactly what I see in your reading. I truly hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And also there are now memberships when you click on the join button below this video. I also left a link to it first thing in the description box to make it easier for you to find. You become a part of the Soul Family memberships, and it's honestly a great way to support me if you can and decide to do so. I thank you so much, and I thank everyone who has decided to do that. You have no idea what a huge difference it makes in being able to support me, to do what I love doing for you guys, which is readings nearly every single day. Thank you for giving me this opportunity, for supporting me. I equally only want to do readings for you from my heart every single day. So love you guys very much. All the best of luck with this. You got this. This was your reading, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.